Good morning, Destiny players, and welcome to a new Hunter build video. Shockingly, it isn't strand related. Weird, I know. I am Bladeburger, your local left bumper stand guy, and today we talk about the rebuild build in this new mod system. I already covered it in one of my other Hunter build videos, but with this new mod system, it's time for a new one. If you like the build, this video, or my sexy voice, do whatever YouTuber tells you to do, but without the sponsor stuff yet. Now, let's get into the video. To start off, a small note about build videos. The mod system is currently very limited. Grenade builds used to have two paths: make 1 billion elemental wells, or use kickstarts, charged with light, and the old firepower mod. In this new mod system, there's no diversity in grenade builds. Just look at my current solar grenade build in this video versus my work in progress arc grenade build. They're the exact same, currently. As such, I won't be doing only grenade builds for the channel, like I used to do. In my queue, there's this build, a melee build for Arc Hunter, and a fun build I'll be testing this weekend. Unless you all have a build you want to see in this current system, that's my queue. Do note that I won't be able to cover anything immediately, as grinding takes time. Build diversity is pretty gutted, but I'll still make videos on strong builds I either create or builds I copy from other content creators because I'm a little shit. I will also note that any build I make will not utilize artifact perks, so they're good for as long as there's not any buffs or nerfs. Now to the build. This build revolves around the exotic young Ahamkara spine. Trip mines gain increased duration and blast radius. Any ability damage gives trip mine energy. It's a heavy trip mine spam build that has insanely high ability uptime, especially in this sandbox. When testing this build and perfecting it to my own liking, any moment where I didn't have at least one of my abilities up was rare, and it was easily charged through other parts of this build. If you like spamming grenades and causing large explosions, test this build out. For class, we're on Solar Hunter. Bladeburgers are super of choice, as is the fastest cooldown for the highest damage. For class ability, Gambler's Dodge. Dodging near enemies gives our melee fully back. For melee, we have Knife Trick, huck a fan of knives that scorch targets. The reason for this melee is both the scorch and the capability of hitting multiple enemies in one use, which gives a ton of grenade energy back to our trip mine. The more enemies hit, the more energy. For grenade, trip mine of course, a grenade that sticks to where it lands and explodes when a target passes over it, dealing scorch stacks, if Destiny physics allow it to actually explode on an enemy. With this build, a grenade and a melee is enough scorch to ignite a target, which stuns unstoppable champions. For aspects, Gunpowder Gamble, 1 fragment slot. Defeating targets with abilities, solar debuffs, or solar weapons charge up a bigger grenade that can be shot mid-air as is thrown, dealing massive damage in a large radius. It also does explode after 5 seconds if you don't hit a target or shoot it. Cooldown at 15 seconds after detonation. Note that it is on detonation, so it's possible to get 2 thrown before cooldown. Trip mines give 3 charges, melee abilities give 2 charges per kill, solar weapons give 1 charge per kill, and any enemies that die from Scorch give 4 charges. The Gamble does a ton of damage and can clear entire rooms, but do be warned that it can kill you inside its radius, and it goes off automatically after 5 seconds if not shot. The next aspect is On Your Mark, used purely for the 3 fragment slots it gives. Precision kills give you and allies nearby weapon handling and reload speed buffs for a bit. Stacks up to 3 times, and activating your class ability puts it right up to 3 stacks. Again, used for the 3 fragment slots. Knock 'em down aspect buffs are super, which we don't care about, has 1 less fragment slot, and benefits radiant stuff, which we also don't use. On Your Mark it is. For fragments, Amber of Char, solar ignition spread scorch to nearby targets. Do the 1-2 combo of grenade and then melee to get an ignition, then throw another grenade to ignite all those that were around the previously ignited target. It's a fun loop. Next is Ember Searing. Defeating scorched targets grants melee energy and creates a fire sprite. Fire sprites grant grenade energy when picked up. The melee energy is pretty good, but the fire sprite is just the best thing to have in case you somehow don't have a grenade. Next up is Ember Blistering. Defeating targets with solar ignitions gives grenade energy. Very straightforward, no real explanation needed. Explode, get grenade energy, explode again. You get it. Our last fragment is Ember of Ashes. You apply more scorch stacks to targets. Just gravy on top of the already big scorch we deal. It also adds more scorch stacks to weapons with incandescent or weapons like Sunshot or 1000 Voices. For weapons to use, anything with incandescent. If it's enhanced, much better. Catalyst Mini Tool, Drang, and BXR to name a few. For stat distribution, you really don't need any investment in any particular stat, but having high discipline and high mobility can't hurt. And now to the fun part, the mods. Before that, I will note that I do have the artifact perk active where picking up a fire sprite gives armor charges, but I don't have anything currently that utilizes armor charges. If you see any charges in the footage, that's why. They aren't used, don't worry. On helmet, Harmonic Siphon. Rapid final blows with weapons matching your subclass element make an orb of power. Only one though, don't really need more. We also have 2 copies of Ashes to Assets. Grenade kills give super energy. With these 2 you can get your super in only a few grenade kills. On arms, double bolstering detonation. Gain class ability energy whenever you deal damage with a grenade. No kickstart as we don't need it. Trip mine damage gives trip mine energy, melee damage gives grenade energy, and we have so much that kickstart was completely unnecessary to make this build work. The other mod we have is firepower. Grenade kills generate an orb of power. This slot is a flex slot, so feel free to swap it out if you want. This one just makes orbs on top of the harmonic siphon. For chest piece, nothing specific is needed here, so I just have 3 resist mods. On boots, double innervation. Gain grenade energy whenever you pick up an orb of power. With harmonic siphon and firepower, the orbs you make grants a ton of energy to your grenade on the small off chance that you don't have a grenade. In Magic the Gathering terms, it's redundancy. The other mod is better already. Gain health regeneration whenever you pick up an orb of power. Heal and grenade energy just from 1 orb. On class item, triple bomber. Gain grenade energy whenever you use your class ability. It's no longer the absolute beast that it was last season, but it's still incredible for more redundancy to get your grenade back. Throw grenade, throw melee, dodge, then start the chain all over. For how it plays, this build is amazingly fun and not broken at all like another exotic that exists in the game. There's a bit of a loop to it. Grenade, melee, dodge, grenade, melee, dodge, and loop it over and over. On the rare chance that you don't have a grenade, you probably missed and can just use your melee to get it back. Additionally, with Asses to Assets, your super fills up rapidly with each grenade. It's a build with a lot of actions per minute, similar to how Strand plays. If you can master the loop, you can master this build and profit. While it's not as strong as builds like Starfire or Strand stuff, it's a build I'm very much enjoying using for fun. If you're interested, give this build a try yourself and let me know how it does. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to do what the algorithm likes, and join my Discord. I'll see you all in the next one. Blade Burger out.